Well, one of the many unanswered questions about that fatal attack is what would cause those dogs to suddenly turn on somebody that they apparently knew well and trusted. And joining us this morning to talk about that is Pooch coach Beverly Aldbuck, along with her dog Compass. So what would cause dogs to suddenly turn on someone that they've known for several years and obviously trusted them?
Right. I think the key word there is suddenly. Almost always there's some signs that were probably visible beforehand that people could have seen. If the dogs truly were like Compass, completely docile, anybody can handle them, they're not going to attack. There probably was some stuff going on with the dogs that they weren't really well trained, they had some angst, maybe they were not neutered, maybe there were even, you know, other dogs in heat nearby. There could be a lot of things that could go on to make dogs get crazy for certain reasons, but there probably, again, are always signs. You very rarely hear of a dog really just going crazy like,
so this doesn't come out of the blue then?
Yeah, just like with a person. I mean, yeah, even people that snap, there's signs.
Yeah, sure.
Right?
Sure.
Well, there's the dogs, there's even more signs because they're a little more simple creatures. So typically they're not all that friendly to begin with. Plus the other problem is you have a pack. You have a pack of dogs, it's always going to be more unpredictable. One dog does something a little funny, throws off the other dog, some energy happens, and they just kind of go crazy.
Sure. And with dogs that size...
Yeah, and that's the other problem, yeah. If they were Chihuahuas, they wouldn't have killed him, you know? I mean, that's the thing, that the smaller dogs tend to be more aggressive. That's the ironic thing. They tend to be the more aggressive dogs, but people think, well, it's just a small dog, it can't do any harm. They can bite, but yeah, they're not going to kill. Yeah. So usually people with these larger dogs, that's the dogs I train the most, because people come to me saying, look, I know I have a large dog. I know I have a pit bull or a dog that's a bully breed. I want to make sure he's safe.
I've got to keep him under control.
So they usually want to overtrain the dogs, which is a great idea.
Beverly, let's turn to a big event that's going on today, talking about Dog Days in the park taking place at Dubois Park in San Francisco. Tell us a little bit about that.
So from 12 to 3 today, we're going to be at Dubois Park. It's an event being run by Dubois Park Dog, a dog owners group, and SF Dog, which is San Francisco Dog Owners Group. SF Dog is a group that everyone should be aware of, even people that don't have dogs but like dogs, but certainly dog owners.
This is from last year's event?
Yeah.
Okay.
These are pictures from last year's event. That's a CGC test that we did. And,
tell us about that. What is a CGC test?
What the CGC test is it's a canine good citizen test. The American Kennel Club put it together to note what a well-behaved dog should look like.
Oh.
So what it is it's a series of tests.
Yes,
exactly. Compass passed when she was 12 weeks old.
Wow.
So what you have to do is the basic commands: sit, down, stay, and come. But the other important things are that they actually have to interact with other dogs in a pleasant way, with strangers in a pleasant way. They can't jump on strangers. They can't be shy or afraid or aggressive. So it really shows that the dog is a well-rounded dog. We even do grooming tests. Look at the dog's ears, play with the dog's paws. There shouldn't be any like, oh, I don't want you to touch my paw, pulling away, going on, that kind of stuff. So the dog can just be handled by anyone.
Is this part of the test here that we're looking at?
Yeah, this is like we do the commands. We do a walk on a loose lead. A loose lead is also important. It's just making sure the dog is well handled. A lot of people use it as a gateway to get into therapy groups. Like we had that pet assisted therapy group on a couple months ago.
Right.
They have that as part of their test. It's also used a lot now by landlords. I have people calling me saying their landlord wants a certificate showing that the dog is a friendly, well-behaved dog. So that's
now becoming more common as far as if you want to rent at a certain apartment. Not only do you have to have your references in order, but now you have to have references for your pet.
Dog. Exactly. Okay. But it's a good idea because that way you're sure that all the dogs in the building will get along. There's not going to be a lot of problems I get is people say they're on the elevator with their dog, another dog comes in, and ooh, it's all heck breaks loose because the two dogs don't want to be in the elevator together.
Right.
This kind of test will ensure that stuff won't happen.
Okay. Now this is an annual event that happens at Dubois Park. Is that right?
It's a second annual event. This is the second one. So
okay.
So we're off and rolling. There should be a lot of good things going on. There's going to be a free microchipping for people that are San Francisco residents. There'll be rabies shots available, dog licensing available, and then there's just the fun and games, agility courses. There'll be food, holistic medicine, holistic foods, and even some dogs up for adoption. Rocket Dog Rescue, who I was in with a couple months ago, will be there, as long as a couple other rescue groups. So we should have a lot of good people, and again, SF Dog will be there to answer your questions about off-leash recreation.
Last year was your first year. How many dogs and their caretakers did you have show up?
Oh, there were hundreds. It was a pretty
Hundreds?
good turnout, and I had like about 30 people do the CGC test.
Oh, you
also.
did?
Yeah. So
Okay.
it was a really good event. It was really nice. It's a good weather there too. It's a nice park.
I would guess that you're expecting more this year.
Yeah, hopefully, because the word's out. It's the second year, so.
Okay. And you have your own website, the Pooch Coach.
Yep, and you can look me up there, and I'll be on hand today to answer your training and behavioral questions as well if you want to show up to the Dog Days event.
Excellent. Compass will be there as well.
And of course, Compass will be there.
course.
She'll be the testing dog for the CGC test.
Whoa, the pressure's on.
Yes.
Pressure's on, big guy. I think you'll do just fine. All right, Beverly, always great to see you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Isabel, back to you.
Gee, I wonder if grown-ups can have as much fun there. The dog's got a great day.
Yes, exactly.
Thanks, Compass. Good to see you. And you too, Beverly.